Good morning, travelers, and welcome to another What's Up Wednesday. Today we will be covering cooking, food, and just basic kitchen stuff. Question 1 is, what is your favorite food? Tacos. Second question is, can I cook in the van? But yes, I can cook in the van. Next question, how often do I go grocery shopping? At the first of the month, I do major grocery shopping. I don't buy a lot for me at first of the month. I will buy mine sporadically throughout the month. Whenever we leave a destination, I will check and see what I need, and we'll stop at a store before we get to the next destination. Whenever I leave a destination, I load up on water, I empty trash, I go to the grocery store, I do the laundry. Moving day is a big day, and then you're set for the next week, 2 weeks, however long you want to stay there, and you don't have to worry about what you're going to do. I do not shop every day. I can hold food in my vehicle, and I don't have to shop every day. I do not buy a lot of packaged food, canned foods. I buy fresh food as much as I can get. I do buy mostly meat. Because I eat protein a lot, and then some vegetables, some fruits, and occasionally some canned something to go with it, but not a whole lot of canned food. I eat very simple. Like, I like hamburgers, so I'll make a hamburger, no bun, just the hamburger on a plate, get it all decked out, have a few chips with it, I'm done. A hot dog, I'll do the same thing with that. Cook it up, put it on the plate, no bun, eat a few chips with it, I'm finished. For lunch, it's whatever. I mean, like, maybe I'll have a half an avocado, or a couple boiled eggs, or something like that. I don't eat a whole lot. I eat a couple meals a day, and that's about it. And I don't buy junk and bring it into the house, because if I buy it, I'll eat it. So I don't buy it. So it's not there. I go out to eat occasionally. I like going out to eat, so I stay away from places where I can go out to eat, but I do like to eat out occasionally. So that's grocery shopping, I think. Somebody asked what my least favorite food is. Vegetables. Just vegetables. I just don't like them. I will eat salads. I like broccoli, cauliflower, um, and some greens, and that's about it. I don't like any other kinds of vegetables, so that would be my least favorite food. And meatloaf, both gross. Has my eating style changed from when I was in a sticks and bricks? Most definitely it has. How I cook has changed. I didn't use an oven when I was in sticks and bricks because I was on a raw food diet for a long time, so I just never used the oven. I don't make as many smoothies as I did before. I don't make as much larger meals because I only have one burner in here, and in sticks and bricks I had 4. And I'm not crazy about spending my time cooking. There's other things to do. Hey, solar ovens. Do I use one? No. Do I know anyone that uses one? Yes. And how often do they use it? Every single day. I have a friend out here, his name is Blue Van Dan, and I will try to link his channel at the end of this, but you should go over and watch his stuff. He uses a solar oven. He swears by it. In fact, I think he even invented the one he uses, and he uses it every day. Now, I've had some of his stuff that he cooks in that oven, and it's really good. So I will link Blue Van Dan, but go check out his channel and tell him I sent you. Okay, please. Anyway, all right. What electrical appliances do I use? Just the Magic Bullet, the bigger one, the 900-watt blender. I use that occasionally, not very often. I use a coffee grinder, but I think those are the only electrical appliances I use. When I first hit the road, I had a George Foreman grill. I absolutely loved it. That's what I used all the time in my house. But in this van, there's not enough electricity to use it, nor is there enough space. I also had a Vitamix blender, and I use that a lot, and there's no room for a Vitamix, and a Vitamix uses an enormous amount of power. So that was sold right away. I do not use an Instant Pot. Instapot is a pressure cooker, glorified slow cooker, and I just don't have the want to for that kind of meals, so I don't use it. So I don't even own one, and I'm sure my rig would handle the smaller version. A lot of people do use them in their vans, but I don't. Do I have any special kitchen appliances or apparatuses? Yes, and I'll show you those when I show you the stove and how I keep my fresh veggies contained. And what type of refrigeration do I have? Now, in my camper here, I have a 5 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then in the trailer for Jake, I have a big 85 quart Winther freezer slash refrigerator. It can only do one or the other, and I run it in freezer mode. That's a refrigeration, and I also use a little tiny cooler, and I freeze blue ice, and I put my vegetables in that because my refrigerator freezes all of my vegetables and produce. So I'll put my salads and my bananas and things in that little cooler and use a little blue ice that I freeze and can put in there. And I change the blue ice out twice a day so that things stay very cool. My bananas will last a couple weeks that way. They'll stay good. And I put in a little charcoal filter at Bed Bath & Beyond there for the produce drawer in your refrigerator, or you can also go to the pet store and get them in the fish aquarium section. Just a little packet of charcoal, and you drop that in with the fresh fruit, and the fruit doesn't go bad. It just takes a long time. It takes the gases out, and the fruit stays fresher longer, which helps quite a bit. So that's all the questions I have. So I'm going to flip this camera around and show you my cooking and refrigeration and my kitchen apparatuses. All right, be right back. Now, this is where I keep my stove, and a lot of you have seen it in other videos, but it just slides out, and I use this little one burner, and it's a little butane. I would love to have the propane model, but I just don't at this point. I had one once and it quit, so I went to the butane. But normally I'm standing to the side of my kitchen, and I can just cook right here and put the stuff on the counter, and then when I'm done, the stove goes away. So that's how I cook, one burner. Kitchen apparatuses. This is my kitchen apparatus drawer. So of course, you know, your standard cheese grater. I have one of these little mandolins. I just bought that yesterday, so I haven't used it yet, but to slice up my veggies. You know, measuring spoons. This is for the blender, and one of these little things, these that go down in a cup. You know, I've used this once, but I'm keeping it because I know I'm going to use it more than once. And that's pretty much kitchen apparatus. I mean, you know, your basic spatulas, you know, strainers, knives. This is where my plates, cups, and that's basically everything I use. And then of course I use up here, I'll use these spoons here, and I've got dirty dishes, so this is dirty dishes from the other day. But sink, this is where I cook, where I prep. If I need more prep, I can pull this drawer out, and I can put a piece of board right here so I have more space right here. So there's lots of prep room. I use this kettle a lot. That's how I get my hot water for coffee, tea, face, whatever. This is where I get my hot water. I don't have a hot water heater. This is my coffee pot, and I use that for the Keurig coffee, and I keep that right there in that cupboard, in that fishing box, velcro to the cupboard, and that's where that lives. And then I use cast iron, and then ceramic cookware, just a couple pots and pans for ceramic cookware. But that's it for cookware. While I'm down here, this is the cooler I was mentioning. And I have a inverted basket in there. See, this little black thing here is an inverted basket. And these are how I keep my salad greens. And they've been in here, about 4 or 5 days, and they're still fresh. And they stay down in there, and that is very cool. And this is frozen, and it just goes in on top, and it keeps those absolutely perfect. Just a little 12 quart little cooler. Doesn't take up much space at all. And then of course there's the refrigerator, and I gotta stand back and go up because it's quite a big one. And there's quite a bit of space in there. You know, I can keep ice cream in it, and it'll freeze it. And then quite a bit of food in there. Eggs, I use a lot of eggs, and I use a lot of butter, and you know, basically that's the food, you know, and it's full. And then if I have any canned goods at all, they would be in here, but that's mostly condiments, and that's Jake's stuff, and then some little jar stuff there. So not a lot of canned foods or anything. And then this is the rest of where I keep my food. So there isn't a whole lot. There's pancake mix, and there's some, you know, some Jello and tea and stuff. But that is basically my kitchen. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of What's Up Wednesday and how I cook and what I do cook. Oh, one more thing I do is I have a barbecue grill that I use outside. And that converts to a stove or a barbecue, and I can cook burgers or pizza or just boil more water or whatever I want on it. So I do have an outside stove as well. Anyway, that concludes this week's What's Up Wednesday. I'm glad you came along. Remember, follow your heart, embrace your dreams, and cherish your life, and get out there and do something fun today. Go on over to Teespring and take a look at my merchandise over there. Get a sticker, get a coffee cup, get a sweatshirt, t-shirt. Thanks for coming along. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. All right? We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.